So we hear that and we recognize we are desperately trying to let winter slip away like a granite curling stone. Just slip away. To find out how we can do that, though, we're turning to, of all things, ice.
Hannah Welker is taking curling lessons this morning. I have to admit, when the first time I heard about curling, I thought, why do they call it curling? It doesn't make any sense to me. You're sweeping the ice.
Okay.
So it just didn't make sense. But it's a sport, and Hannah is with some folks who love it.
Yeah, guys, I'm at the Rochester Curling Club. And Norma, they're going to tell us why it's called curling. Chris Barajas has been curling for about a year now, but the club's been around for a while.
Yeah, the Rochester Curling Club was actually started in 1961, and this facility was actually built in 1967. So the Rochester Curling Club has been around for a pretty good amount of time, and curling itself was started in Scotland using channel stones on rivers. And then when it came over to the United States, as we've got refrigeration technology, it's made the sport a lot more consistent because you get to have very good ice conditions in places like this.
This is neat. This is what they call a 4-sheet facility, which is big compared to a lot of other places. I've been to one with only 2, but this is cool because you guys actually prep the ice. Explain how it works, because a lot of people don't understand that there's really a science to it and how you prep the ice in order to throw the stones to begin with.
Yeah, so the surface of the ice, you're probably not going to see it on the camera, but it's bumpy. It's got what's called a pebble to it, and that involves deionized water. We sprinkle that on the ice, and that creates a running surface for the stone, because completely flat ice would have too much friction, and stones wouldn't be able to travel as far as you'd want them to. And so that's why in olden times you'd have people actually lift stones and throw them way down the ice as hard as they could. And nowadays it really requires a lot more finesse.
Finesse, yeah.
Yes.
Grace. So you have to really be gentle, but a lot of the members are actually warming up here. They're kind of throwing some stones for us, showing us the technique, because really the technique is what it's all about, right, Chris?
Absolutely.
Okay, and now explain my footwear, because you don't just slide on your tennis shoes. You have to wear a certain type of thing to make it work.
Right.
So explain what you put on me.
So what we've got here are rubberized grippers, and they help you maintain your footing on the ice.
Okay.
And on your other leg, we've got what's called a strap-on slider, and it's got Teflon on the bottom of it, and it provides a nice, very smooth surface.
It's very slippery. You can fall easily.
Yes, and then you can move very easily on the ice, so you can push out and deliver a stone.
Okay, now the stone is here. Explain, do you have any idea how much this weighs?
It weighs about 42 pounds.
42 pounds,
yes.
And that gives it enough weight in order to travel the distance of this sheet.
Yes, yeah, it's got enough weight, and with your own body momentum, you can provide enough energy to get it to travel all the way down the sheet. The sheet of ice is about 145 feet end to end.
Now, before we explain the game or the sweeping, you've got to learn the technique of throwing it properly.
Absolutely.
So I got to put my foot in these. They kind of look like the starting blocks of a track meet, right?
Yes, they're called hacks, and they provide a good place for you to start building momentum so you can deliver a stone.
Now, I practiced over the commercial break, and you said that you bring your momentum back, and then you throw the stone.
Yeah, so you want to line up with the broom your target that you're aiming for, and you want to be able to put the right handle on the stone. You want to be able to turn it in the right direction so that it'll end up turning in place and end up at the final spot.
Okay.
So if you're coming around the ice, you're going to turn it from a 2 o'clock position on the handle to a 12 o'clock position on the handle on the release.
Okay.
And you're going to...
So is that my goal right now, Chris?
Yes, that's going to be your goal.
My goal is 2 o'clock to 12 o'clock.
Yeah, we'll try and hit the gap on the right over there.
All right, yeah. I'll try not to fall. That's going to be my goal. Okay, so I'm going to go back.
Yep.
And I'm going to slide.
Yep, and release.
I'm going to release.
There you go.
And I didn't fall. This is good.
You didn't fall. Yes.
I don't know. My stone seems like it's stopping. That's the issue.
It's a little light.
A little light?
The speed of the stone is judged as weight, and that's a pretty light stone.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think I'll be in the next Olympics.
Probably not.
Not yet.
We've had 4 people in the nationals and the Olympics from our club over the past years, so you'll have a chance.
So maybe
it's entirely
there's a
possible.
chance. I'm going to keep practicing all morning long. When we come back, we're going to explain the sweeping, because that's also something that is very well known in the curling world. So we'll toss it back to you guys. I got to practice.
Yeah, you got that 1 in a million shot, Hannah.
Go for it, Hannah. Looks like when I'm in the kitchen, sweeping to, really.
Yeah, well, you're so fast.
Trying to get the kitchen clean.
Get the music in the background. It works.
Time.
Hey, Marty Snyder is also working on getting you your full forecast. So we know it's getting cold today. When is it going to warm up again? Maybe a couple days, so let us know.